So starting with the introduction part first.
Hello Dhruv and hello everyone. I'm Amanullah and I'm from Muzaffarpur, Bihar, and I have done my graduation from IIT Agartala, and I'm currently working as a data scientist at Tredence.
So tell us about your placement journey.
Talking about my placement journey, the one who knows me that I'm from a chemical engineer background or non-tech background. So from the starting of our college, I was also interested in the coding and kind of in ML and data science. So initially, I started my journey as a starting practicing DSA and like doing lead code and all the stuffs. And in the second year itself, I was also doing data science course from IIT Madras. You all know the BS degree and all. So I was more into the like ML part and the DL and all AI part. But later, like slowly, when I gained experience in the machine learning and the side by side, I was doing like DSA, and then like from the some kind of college input and other stuffs, I realized that there are no companies for the machine learning ML engineer or AI engineer or data science. So there's no kind of placement, and also it was like kind of hit me hard. So in the third year itself, I like switched myself to the SD side and started my development journey. And as I was like doing ML and deep learning and all the stuff, I was already good in Python. So I started my doing backend in Python itself, and after that, like I've switched my tech stack to the like front end into TypeScript and the React. And in that period, like I've tried multiple for intern in multiple company, and you know in third year itself you get a lot of rejection, as I was one of those who used to get a lot of rejection even from the LinkedIn as well as from the Accenture where I was in the HR round. And after that, in the final, like in this 8th May, I got my selection in GSOC, and from that day it was our summer vacation was starting, and then successfully I've done my GSOC. And after that, starting month only, the company started to come and visiting our company. The first company was Future First, and unfortunately I did not clear the OA, and the second company was PhonePe, and again also unfortunately I did not clear the OA, and the third company was Tredence, and there we go. Now I am the data scientist in Tredence.
Tell us about your interview experience at Tredence.
Like talking about my interview experience at Tredence, it was kind of roller coaster for me because in the morning I have to go to the CCD at 8 a.m. and then from the starting day to the till evening we have to stay. And my first interview was my technical round, and it was started by asking for the intro. And the first question the interviewer asked me, why you want to join Tredence, as you have already done GShock and you get opportunity from the multiple companies, so why you are choosing Tredence? The only supporting answer I was having at the time that I took base of my PhD degree, data science degree. I told that I am so much into the data science field and I'm interested to go into the data science field. That's why I'm choosing Tredence over any other companies or like that. So somehow I convinced the interviewer that I'm interested in the Tredence and all, and that's how my interview started. And in the technical round itself, like the first thing he discussed about me my GSOC project, and it was two different project. So we had discussed around more than 30 minutes for the particular project. And the second thing he asked me about my one of my project, it was a speedometer, and it was related to a bit of ML AI and RAG and GenAI. So we discussed next half hour in that project itself. And in the last, we don't have time. We already have crossed more than 1 hour. So in the last, he just asked me one SQL question. He showed me one schema and asked me like, just tell me the query or the pseudocode. So I just told him the pseudocode, and he was like, yeah, good to go. You don't need to write the whole code because we do have ChatGPT for that. So just tell me the logic and the pseudocode. So that's how my first round went. And after that, I was waiting and just roaming around the CCD for like half an hour and 1 hour, and then keep roaming. And after that, I got a call like my second round interview is going to be start. And at the time, like I've seen the one who took my first round was keep looking at me multiple times, and I was like looking at him. And for the second round, the one who was about to take my interview, he just suddenly appear in front of me and ask, are you Amanullah? Yes. So he asked me to come to for the interview, and then I went and installed again, started with the GSOC, and he talked me like for 10-15 minutes what is it and how does it work and all. And after that he was started talking about some random machine learning algorithms, deep learning algorithms, RAG, and the data structures. He asked me one question like, in what's the difference between list and the dictionary. He simply gave me like, you have 1 billion of data sets, and if you are storing it in list and you storing in the dictionary, if you are querying which one will be faster. And then when I explained like which one is faster and all, like dictionary, then he asked me what's the how like dictionary is implemented, what's the backend structure, and I was going in so deep. And when I'm like, sir, I'm done, then he used to like, no, don't worry, it's so high level, I'm just checking your thinking level and all. This is how I started. One thing I was being a little bit afraid of, like going in too deep in the deep learning and machine learning classical algorithm, because I don't know how to write code, because I was at the time I was not preparing for the ML and the data science role. So I use this trick, like whenever I am explaining something, I was keep telling something which I know, like I myself introduced RAG in my project. So when he's listened RAG, the next question he asked me what is RAG and how does it work. And again I told him that I'm using a kind of GenAI thing in my project. So again he went to the GenAI. So I was keep protecting him in my domain itself, that he should not go out of my domain, so I will be like something which will be unanswerable for me. So this is how my second round also went. Whatever he asked, I was able to answer all of them, and he was like, okay, that's good. And after that interview, it was like my third round in the HR round. So I have to wait a long 3-4 hours waiting for the like HR round, and finally I got called for the HR round. So in HR round there was nothing but just a normal talk. The interviewer came, he was having around 40 years of experience. He was just asking me my name and what I do, why do I choose Tredence and all. So we had a great conversation about the weekend club, and he asked me what's the motivation about weekend and why you doing, how you doing. So we had like 13-14 minutes about the weekend and what actually I do in college, what's my hobbies, what do I like, what I don't like, and normal conversation, some of the managerial type questions. And then it's done. And then finally around 7 or 7:30 we got the result, and I was one of them with Dhruv, Divyam and me, and 4 others with the data engineers.
So, what is the one piece of advice you would like to share with our junior batch?
The one thing I would like to share to the junior, that don't compare with others. Whatever you are doing, keep doing. You should prepare yourself and don't look others. Sometimes the company will come and the result will not in your favor, so you should not take and go in depression. You should keep working. You should prepare yourself in a way that even if someone asks you to give interview now, you should be ready for that. And especially for the non-tech background, there are very limited company for the ST and for the tech roles. So for that I would suggest that for you guys, you should be prepared enough that you just need one interview to crack. Me, myself, Dhruv, we both got only one chance, one interview, and we cracked it. So I would suggest whoever you will see from the non-technical background, there will be like, they will get one chance and they will crack it. So when the opportunity comes, you should be prepared. That's only what I want to give the suggestion to the juniors.